Not too long ago, No Man's Sky released one of their biggest updates. And as a veteran PC player, I was very curious on how both Xboxes handle the game. And as a game that is currently on Xbox Game Pass, No Man's Sky is one of those games that can be played by many who have Game Pass and can cross-play with others on other platforms. So the question is, how does this space game that keeps getting better and better run on the Xbox platform? Let's find out. Now before we get into it, you might be wondering how a PC player was able to pick up where I left off on Xbox. Well, it's actually pretty easy. And if you're interested in playing on other platforms yourself without starting over, here's a video to get this accomplished. Now let's start with the Xbox Series X. Now I'm just gonna get to the punchline here. I'm not gonna bore you with testing every single aspect of the game. Most normal things like cultivating resources on planets, flying through space, building bases, and combat play just fine. And honestly, the game looks great on this Series X no matter what the resolution. No Man's Sky is a very colorful game, and the Series X has no problem showcasing all of that. But as you'll see, this game is a bit unoptimized. You will see plenty of frame drops in areas where there's a lot happening, like space stations, large bases, or planets where there's a ton of foliage, animals, and resources, or all of the above. Now these frame drops are not exclusive to the Xbox. These drops actually happen on all platforms. I've played on PC for many years with specs heftier than the Series X, and no one is immune. So what I did was test one very busy planet with lots of foliage, animals, extreme storms, and crazy sentinels. The Series X also only has one graphics mode. So how does the Series X do? Well, I think this Series X does pretty well here. Granted, there were some dips into the 40s, but overall, the Series X did pretty well, holding mostly in the mid-50s. Of course, it's not a constant 60, but it's not bad in this intense environment. I also ran a test without the extreme storm, and I did get similar dips into the 40s, but I was able to hit 60 FPS this time, unlike the extreme weather test. So yes, weather and other environmental elements really do play a factor in the Series X performance. So how does the Series S perform? Well, unlike the Series X, the Series S has two graphics modes, high performance and high quality. Now what's also nice about the high quality mode is that it does not limit you to 30 FPS as many other games do. You'll be surprised how similarly these modes performed. So let's start with the performance mode. Now I'm not gonna lie, both these modes don't look the best. You can tell the Xbox dynamic resolution scaling is in full display. The Xbox Series S uses this to scale down to a lower resolution to save frames, and in turn leaving a washed out or a blurry picture. The amount of environmental elements really hinder this Series S performance. I was averaging mid-30s on this planet, and it only hit 40 FPS sometimes. So if high performance mode is this bad, high quality mode must be worse, right? Well, not exactly. I actually get very similar results on the high quality mode. Virtually the same results with a mid-30s FPS and occasionally hitting 40 here and there. Under these circumstances, high quality mode just didn't seem that much different at all from the high performance mode. Now I did do one more test with the extreme weather off as I did with the Series X, and yes, this did increase the FPS around to the mid-40s, but I did get back down to the mid-30s as well. So like I said at the start, No Man's Sky is not a completely optimized game. It can be very demanding, with some of these planets being very detrimental to constant FPS performance. And yes, as you might have guessed, the Xbox Series S was the worst, but at least it never hit a 30 FPS or less. So I guess that's something. But remember, these tests I performed were pretty extreme tests, so don't expect that low FPS all the time. So, were you surprised with the results? Let me know in the comments below. And if you like my overview of No Man's Sky on the Xbox platform, make sure to like the video and subscribe, where I give my cutting edge tips, gameplay, and reviews of the games I love to play here at Black Knight Plays. I'll see you in another video.